What's up? It's your boy, one and only AR Legends. And yeah, guys, today I am back with another series for you guys, which is going to be what if Naruto was neglected by his family and had the powers of whis? So, yeah, guys, it is going to be really OP of a series. So, hopefully, you guys will enjoy it. And yeah, guys, yesterday I uploaded a video on this channel. What if Naruto became power hungry and had all the bloodlines? So that is a pretty good series. I have already uploaded the first part of it, so if you guys have not seen it, please guys check it out. You guys will definitely like it. So yeah, guys, without any further ado, let's start the video. But before that, I would like to make a request to all of you guys who are watching this video. If you guys are new to the channel, or if you guys have not subscribed yet, please guys do so. It would be really helpful to me, as I want to reach 20k subscribers, and you guys subscribing would be really appreciated. So please guys do so. And yeah, I have also put the link of my Instagram within the description below. So please follow me on Instagram, as well as the link of my Dragon Ball channel, in which I have uploaded a video yesterday, and today I will upload one as well. So the link is in the description below. And yeah, guys, for the next part, the like goal is going to be, let's see about it, 200 likes and 80 comments. Do that and I shall upload the next part as soon as possible. So yeah, guys, without any further ado, let us start the video. So, I'm gonna start my story in the Dragon Ball world, as Whis has just freed Vegito, and he already knew that he was gonna die. He has already given his staff to Vegito for his revenge. But for the last moment, he closes his eye, remembering the good memories he had, the friends he made. Even though he was supposed to be neutral, he made friends on Earth and he enjoyed it. But for a moment, he wanted more. He was always supposed to be neutral, never to live for himself. But all those years, he wanted more. So, in the last second before he was completely erased from the very existence, he used the every bit of his power, tearing a small hole in the fabric of reality itself and sending a last bit of his power and will into an another dimension before he was completely erased by the Grand Priest. And now let us start the story in the Naruto world. And Minato Namikaze has just become a father. He has three children, his older son Menma and his daughter Naruto and his youngest son. But one thing was strange about Naruto. He was born with pure white hair and his eyes were that of silver and purplish color. He was quite confused about it, wondering what was going on. But he had to deal with another trouble, that was the QB. So he decided to seal off the QB inside of Menma and Naruto. While on the other hand, Naruto was an anomaly. He never cried or never did anything that was supposed to be done by children. He was from the very young age, was very, you can say, observative, as he always observed people as he could understand them. But that freaked Minato out. So at the moment they were sitting in the Hokage office, as Tsunade had reports in her hand, as she sighed as she looked towards Minato, I'll be frank with you, I do not know what is going on with your youngest son. Something is off about him, that is for sure. These are the reports of his chakra pathway, and this is telling me that he has already unlocked his chakra. As this Jiraiya speak up, Minato, what is going on here? Can you explain it to me? As Minato sighed, as Kushina spoke up, well, Naruto is quite strange. He never cries, he never does things the children are supposed to do. I have a bad feeling about it, as she looked towards Minato with worrying expression. As Minato spoke up, I have a theory, sensei. I think that Naruto is somehow has been influenced by the QB, as they were gassed from all the people there. As Minato spoke up, and how Kushina was the Jinchuriki before Menma and Naruto. Menma and Naruto are normal, while on the other hand, Naruto has this strange silver chakra, and there is only one possible theory that Naruto is being influenced by the Kyuubi's chakra. So that could be the reason for it all, as all the members that were present there were quite wary. As third Hokage spoke up, well, Minato, that is a grave situation if it is really the cause, but we should not jump to the conclusion. But for the moment, it is good that Naruto is to be excluded from Menma and Naruto if he's really influenced by the QB, which means that QB could use Naruto to free himself from Menma and Naruto. As Minato nodded at that, I was thinking the same, Sarutobi-sama. But He is still a kid, and we are not exactly sure. We have to do more tests as she looked towards Tsunade. As Tsunade sighed, he has this strange silver chakra in his system. It is not demonic in nature, but it could still be influenced by the QB. So we have to worry about the future. As Jiraiya nodded, well, Minato, I have already told you about the premonition the great Elder Toad Sage has explained, and it clearly indicates Menma and Naruto. And if Naruto is influenced by the QB, then we have to separate him from Menma and Naruto, otherwise many bad things could happen in the future. This is about the village, Minato, and about the shinobi world. Sacrifices has to be made. As Minato nodded at that, so what should we do now? As Hiruzen spoke out, well, as much as it pains me to say it, Minato, then there is only one possibility. We cannot kill him because we are not exactly sure if he is influenced by the QB or not. So there is only one possibility. All you have to do is to put Naruto in the orphanage under a new name, and after that he can live his life and we will absorb him. And being separated from Menma and Ruko, it will help him as well, as the influence QB has over him in time will diminish, as they were gas from Kushina as she spoke up. But how can we do that to him? He's our son. As Jiraiya spoke up, Kushina, you have to understand Naruto is being influenced by the QB and it is for the good of the shinobi world. As Kushina closes her eyes on, as Tsunade spoke up, well, Kushina, you have to worry about Menma and Naruto. They are the Jinchurikis, and we have to protect them, and Naruto could be a danger to them. As Kushina nodded at that, understanding that Menma and Naruto are far more important than Naruto at the moment. So, sacrifices has to be made for the good of the village. As all of them simply nodded at that, unknowing to all of them, as they have simply disregarded one of the strongest beings in the current universe they were present at, as this was a world outside the realm of the Zeno himself. So he was not, there was no one that was more powerful than Naruto at the moment, as they simply decided to put Naruto in the orphanage. And seeing that how he had did not had blonde or red hair, only silver hair, he was given a name Naruto. He was just given the name Naruto, which was originally his, removing the name Uzumaki and Namikaze, as they thought that since he was an orphan, there was no need to give him a second name to begin with. And yeah, guys, in the comments, tell me if you guys have some cool names, then I will think about it in the next episode. I will give him. So it is up to you guys. Tell me in the comment section. But anyways, as years started to pass, as now we can see that 6 years has passed. In the meantime, the rumors have started to spread like wildfire, as one of the Ambu that was hidden there started to speak to the other shinobis who speak to their own subordinates. And after that, civilians, that there was a kid named by Naruto by silver hair who's influenced by QB, as the rumors spread like wildfire across the village, and people quickly realized who the kid actually was, and that was an orphan by the name of Naruto. 6 years has passed, and now we see a figure that was, you can say, sitting beside a tree and reading several books in his hand about the chakra, as this figure had blonde hair and purplish eyes, just like that of Whis. As he started to read all the books that were present there, the chakra theory, the chakra nature, the chakra origin, as he was intrigued with this energy source as well as his own power, as he started to walk past by some civilians, as one of the kids noticed it. Hey, isn't that the demon? As the other one nodded. Hey, people say that he's being controlled by the demon and is trying to kill us all. As they simply nodded and started to pick up stones and started to throw towards Naruto, taunting him. But to their surprise, Naruto was simply dodging all of them unconsciously, as he had the power of the Ultra Instinct after all. As he was dodging all of it, not even paying attention to them, as some of the shinobis who were watching it narrowed their eyes. This only confirmed their suspicion that he has been given powers by the demon and is being influenced by him. So they have to keep a close eye on him. While on the other hand, Naruto finally arrived to the orphanage as he looked toward the orphanage lady who glared towards him as Naruto did not say anything as he simply smiled towards her and walked past by her as no matter what she did and no matter how she tried to trap Naruto and tried to give him some punishment, he always outsmarted her like it was nothing and which always infuriated her. But there was nothing she could do. At least one good thing will come from this situation when he enters into the ninja academy. He would have to leave the orphanage. After all, it was a rule. When you entered into the academy, you have to, you can say, given a small money from the orphanage so that you can live on your own and practice other things. Otherwise, the normal children could be hurt by the students who are being trained. So she decided to, you can say, get rid of him in that way. While on the other hand, this was the first day of the academy, as all the clan heads and clan heirs were present here, as Minato arrived finally with the Flash, with Kushina, and Menma and Naruto, 6 years old. As they finally arrived, as all the council members started to murmur among themselves, Menma, the heir to the Namakase clan, and Naruto, the heir to the Uzumaki clan as they finally arrive, said to be the geniuses of this generation, as well as Jiraiya and Tsunade and the third Hokage, as all the clan heads were present there as Minato smiled and decided to take his position and gave a speech about the will of fire and all that crap. Who cares about it? Anyways. And finally, Iruka stepped in. Well, I'm going to be your classroom teacher from here on out. So, before that, we would like to have a small competition here so that you can show what you have learned from your respective clans and where you stand for our teachers to train you further in those aspects. All of them simply nodded at that, especially the clan heirs, as they wanted to show themselves off as all the other clan heads were present there. As Minato smiled towards Menma and Kushina smiled towards Naruto as they gave them thumbs up, saying that how they're gonna win it all. As Kushina laughed as she started to look around the clan heirs, most of them looked like their parents, and suddenly she noticed a head of white hair as she frowned at that as she looked towards Minato. As Minato sighed, already noticing it, as he said, Kushina, it cannot be avoided. As Naruto has to be a shinobi, he has shown aptitude for it, and we have to keep a close eye on him in the future if the QB try to use him for his own uses, then there's no choice. We have to keep a close eye on him and allow him to be a shinobi. And he seems to be pretty good at it from what I have heard. As Kushina frowned, she did not wanted Naruto to be around Menma and Naruto. Even though she has birthed Naruto, she was only a mother to Menma and Naruto and her duty is to protect them. And being Naruto, being near to them means danger, then she would have to put Naruto far far away from her dear children as she glared towards him a little bit unconsciously, leaking a bit of bloodlust. As Naruto noticed that easily, raising her eyebrow towards the Hokage wife, who was for some reason looking towards him as if he was the enemy, but he simply shrugged, not giving a damn about it. After all, it was his nature, pretty calm. It takes a lot to anger him, but one you does do that. Oh well, God have mercy on you, because Naruto is not gonna have it. Anyways, but the matches finally began. The clan A started to fight between, you can say, among themselves in the arena, as many of the clan heads were watching their children proud of their progress, and in the future they will become even stronger. And finally, the match arrived. Menma Uzumaki Namakase versus Kiba Inuzuka. It was a short match, even though Kiba was, you can say, pretty wild. Menma was well trained as he was able to defeat him. And after that, finally the match arrived. Sasuke Uchiha versus Naruto. As there was, you can say, several murmurs started to begin at that. As Minato noticed that it was years ago, the rumor started to spread that Naruto is being controlled by the demon. He wanted to stop it, but the elders and the third Hokage told him that this will, you can say, keep the attention away from Menma and Naruto, and Naruto will not be harmed. So he decided to, you can say, keep a blind eye towards the situation, but now he can see the situation was pretty dire. But he looked towards Naruto, who was simply walking with a small smile on his face, not even caring that these people were whispering about himself, as Minato frowned at that. As finally Naruto entered into the ring as Sasuke Uchiha with his arrogant smirk entered into it as Fugaku Uchiha smirk as he looked towards, you can say, Minato, as he said, huh, Well, Minato, it's time that Sasuke will show you what it means to be an Uchiha, an elite. And he will easily surpass Menma and Naruto as well and take his rightful position as the genius of this generation. Well, not as good as Itachi, but still, he is my son, an Uchiha. As Minato looked towards him, did you say something, Fugaku? As Fugaku was dumbfounded by that response as Kakashi snickered at that, while on the other hand, Naruto simply gave a small smile to Sasuke's challenging look as Iruka stepped forward, giving a small glare to Naruto as he said, Alright then, this match is a friendly match, so keep the damage at minimum. As after saying that, he jumped away. Alright, begin. As Sasuke smirked, I do not know who you are, loser, but you should give up. I'm an Uchiha, an elite, so you should not be fighting me. As Naruto looked towards him, well, you are from Uchiha clan. I have heard many things about it, especially about the Sharingan. Pretty intriguing dojutsu. But since you do not have it, you are no better than a ordinary civilian, a well-trained but a civilian nonetheless, as Sasuke was pissed after hearing that, as there were several sneakers at that. After all, it was a logical thing, but to say an Uchiha does not have the Sharingan was equal to slapping them to their face, as Sasuke had it enough as he started to go through hand sign. He will show this loser how to talk to an Uchiha as he released a fireball towards Naruto as Iruka narrowed his eyes. He was supposed to stop it, but he always hated the demon and therefore Naruto as well. So he decided not to do anything as Minato narrowed his eyes. He would have to step in if the situation get a bit more dire because he does not know what will happen if Naruto is to be died. How will the things happen? And demon might have to do something with it, so he would have to stop it. After all, he's not gonna jump into unknown. As while on the other hand, all the players erupted into fire as Sasuke smirked at that. That will teach that. But before he could complete his sentence, something grabbed him by his back of the neck as it was none other than Naruto who was standing there with a smile on his face, and next thing Sasuke knew, his face was planted into the ground as such a force that it shattered as Sasuke's eyes blanked out for a moment, and when all the dust settled down, Sasuke was unconscious as Naruto simply looked towards him and gave a small smile to Aruka and started to walk away as Aruka was dumbfounded but decided to announce the winner. While on the other hand, Menma smirked at that. Well, whoever that guy was, he was able to teach Sasuke a lesson, but he will have to defeat him after all. He was the heir to the Namikaze clan and the next Hokage, so he would defeat that loser, whoever he was. And while on the other hand, Ruko also had the same thoughts and the matches started to begin, Fugaku was pissed that his son has humiliated him and Sasuke will be taught a lesson for that. That is not how a Uchiha is supposed to be. He nodded at that thought while on the other hand, Itachi Uchiha, who was hiding in the trees, narrowed his Sharingan eye. That kid, the speed at which he moved at his Sharingan was barely able to register it, and he had 3 Tomo Sharingan. He would have to keep an eye on that kid, while on the other hand, the matches started to begin, and finally the match arrived, Naruto versus Naruto. As Naruto entered into the ring, as she smirked towards him. Pretty well, you were able to defeat that Baka, but it doesn't matter, you're stronger than me, so whoever you are, I will advise you to give up now as Kushina clenched her fist and she would have to protect Menma and Naruto. Naruto is being influenced. There was no other explanation for the changes Naruto had. His DNA did not have any anomaly. His chakra was so different. Even though it was not like QB, but there was no other explanation why it was so different, which only means one thing, that Naruto was influenced by the QB, so therefore she does not know what will happen if Naruto were to fight Menma and Naruto. She would have to protect her children as she clenched her fist as Minato nodded at that thought, while on the other hand Jiraiya was ready with the seals. If something was off, he would have to suppress Naruto. As while on the other hand, Naruto smiled towards Naruto. Well, my name is Naruto and your name is Naruto. Pretty similar. I do not know if my parents knew yours. As Naruto raised an eyebrow. While my father and mother are pretty high status, my father is the Hokage after all. So your parents must have tried to copy my name As Naruto simply shrugged at that. It doesn't matter to me, so maybe we should have a bit of fun with our fighting. I hope that you're stronger than that Uchiha, shouting unless Uchiha. As at that comment, there were several sneakers, even the clan heads were sneakering at the furious expression of Fugaku as Naruto laughed as she said, ha, well then, allow me to show you the power of a true Uzumaki as she lunged towards Naruto as two chakra chains erupted from her back as there were several gasps from the audience as Kushina smiled proudly, while on the other hand Naruto looked towards the chakra chains as the chakra chains quickly wrapped around Naruto as the Naruto smirked, huh, it's over. Those chains suppress any and all chakra, even a Biju cannot escape from it. So all you have to do is to give up, and I would not have to hurt you before she could complete her sentence as Naruto grabbed the chains and pulled it as Naruto was shocked as her whole body was lunged towards Naruto. And the next thing she knew as Naruto was behind him with his hand on her shoulder just like a chop, and just like that her eyes, you can say, were blanked out and she was knocked out as there were several murmurs started to go through all the area as Jiraiya and Tsunade could not believe their eyes. After all, Tsunade personally trained Naruto in strength. No one can simply pull her like that, while on the other hand the chakra chains are supposed to suppress a person, but he was looking like a nothing was stopping him as Kushina narrowed her eyes towards Naruto and quickly grabbed Naruto and started to, you can say, heal her with Tsunade as she started to check the seal, wondering if Naruto has done something to the seal to free the QB as she glared towards him. While on the other hand, Minato also started to see the seal if it was okay. But all was fine, she was just unconscious. While on the other hand, Menma narrowed his eyes. The next matches began, and finally the final match, as no one expected that Naruto, a civilian, to be in the finals. After all, Menma was the heir to the Minato and supposedly next in line to be the Hokage, and Naruto's loss was pretty unexpected, but they thought that he did not show any skills. All he showed was that he was able to get behind person just like Sasuke and Naruto, so Menma only had to take care of his back and he would be able to defeat this loser. S-Man must smirk as he said, huh, well, you were able to defeat Naruto and Sasuke. That is pretty impressive, I will give you that. But I am not like them. I'm faster. As he smirked at that, as he quickly took his position as Aruka arrived and spoke up. Alright then, the final match of this tournament hereby begins. After that, he jumped away as Menma quickly lunged towards Naruto. He was like a blur to most of the students there as the clan heads looked towards Minato, who had a proud smile on his face. Menma was just like him. He was fast and he had a mind just like Minato, a carbon copy of his, if one were to say, as Menma appeared in front of Naruto in a blur and then vanishes and appeared behind Naruto with a high kick as he slammed it to the, you can say, shoulder of Naruto. Well, at least tried to, but to his shock, a hand was grabbing his foot as Menma blurred away once again, appearing in front of Naruto, already completing his hand sign and released a fireball jutsu towards Naruto. As Naruto simply looked towards the fireball as he put out his fist upward and slammed it into the ground as the earth rose up, stopping the fireball. As Naruto gave a small smile to Menma with a, you can say, neutral expression on his face. Now Menma was pissed. That expression was pissing him off. He does not know why. He always had his calm, but that expression, there was something off about it. Like he was fighting his father, who always was smiling at him, like he was no match for him. Menma had enough of it as he rushed towards Naruto, completely forgetting his strategy, and released a barrage of attack at his maximum speed, which was already matching a low genuine level, impressing the clan heads and the council that were present there. But more impressing was the thing that Naruto had one of his hand at his back and he was blocking all the attacks of Menma in perfect counter, like it was no problem at all. He was blocking it like a Jonin block, a fresh Janin out of academy. As Menma was panting at this point, he has put more power into it. As Naruto smiled, well, you are talented, I will give you that. But you're not powerful than me. And before Menma could respond, a fist was planted into his gut as He puked out blood, and with a single punch, Menma was unconscious and slammed into a nearby wall. At the same time, as Naruto looked towards his face with a small smile, and then he looked towards Iruka with a small smile and gave him a small bow. As Iruka started out, winner, Naruto. And after saying that, you can say Tsunade rushed towards Menma, trying to see if he was okay, as Minato was checking the sail if something was wrong with it, but everything was fine. As Kushina could not believe her eyes as she looked towards Naruto, he had defeated Menma and Naruto. Same was the case with Jiraiya and Tsunade. Menma and Naruto at the age of 6 has 2 years of training under their belt by Minato, Kushina, Jiraiya, Tsunade, Kakashi, and even the third Hokage who occasionally give them lessons, and they were at least low Janin, both of them at the age of 6, and he had defeated them like it was no problem as Naruto gave a small bow to all of them as well and started to walk away like it was nothing. And this confirmed the suspicion of Tsunade and Jiraiya that Naruto is being influenced by the QB. Otherwise, how could it be even be possible that Naruto has this kind of power and training? There was no other way. A eye must be kept on him, otherwise who knows what he might do. While on the other hand, Minato and Kushina was taking care of Menma and Naruto as the clan had started to murmur among themselves, and they were pretty impressed. That kid has talent, there was no denying that. And while on the other hand, elders were also impressed, this kind of talent was seen in, you can say, Itachi Uchiha. And now there was another, and they were pretty impressed. Now they have to take care of the situation. It seemed that it was a bad idea to put all the blame of the QB on the kid. Who knows, he could be a danger if things are not handled properly. While on the other hand, you can say Naruto simply walk away, and now the academy has begun. Now let us have a, you can say, timescape as Minato, Kushina, Jiraiya, Tsunade, and the third Hokage were present in the Hokage office. As Tsunade spoke up, well Minato, what should we do about the situation? There's no denying that Naruto is being influenced by the QB. How else is that he gotten so powerful? He was able to defeat Menma and Naruto as well as that Uchiha, that it was no problem whatsoever. They are being trained by us for God's sake. As Kushina nodded at that. As Minato spoke up, what about the results? Tsunade, we have already taken all of the children's blood sample for some bullshit reason so that we can get our hands on its blood sample without being looking suspicious. So what did you find out? As Tsunade sighed, nothing Minato. There's no trace of demonic chakra in his system. There's that silver chakra which I still do not understand. Every time I try to grab it, it just slip away from me and I'm unable to examine it. One thing is for certain that there's no trace of the demonic chakra. And but I still do not understand if he's not being influenced by the QB, then how? How is he so different than Menma Naruko? His DNA matches both of yours perfectly. There's no denying that he's your child. But why is he so different and why his chakra is so different as well? And I do not understand it. As Minato nodded at that, as you can say, Tadokage spoke up, well, Tsunade, are you absolutely sure that you're not jumping to the conclusion? After all, there was a possibility that Naruto was never influenced by the demon to begin with, as all of them started to look towards Tadokage, who put out his, you can say, pipe of smoke as he spoke of, well, I've already told you years ago that it was only a theory, while I do not, you can say that your decision to put him away from the family was wrong one, but there is a possibility that he is just unique in his own way. After all, chakra works in different way. His chakra is different, silver you say, so that could be the reason for the change of the hair color and the eyes. As Jiraiya spoke up, but Menma and Naruto are his siblings. They are triplets. Why do not they do not have it and he has it? As Tadokage simply shrugged, it is possible, Jiraiya. You know it, I know it, and everyone in this room knows it. As Kushina spoke up, so are you saying that there is a possibility that he was never influenced by the QB to begin with before the whole thing go to hell? As Minato spoke up, that does not change anything, Kushina. Even if there is a small possibility, we have to take the measure. We will keep an eye on Naruto and try our best to keep him away from Menma and Naruto until the day he graduates if no signs are shown that how he's being controlled by the QB, then we will, you can say, put the ambush away and the standing order to eliminate him if the needs be. So, until that day, we will see everything that is going on here by keeping an eye from far away, giving him a small opportunity or at least a illusion of an opportunity that he is in reach to Menma and Naruto and to their seal. So if he's really influenced by the QB, he will try to release the QB to free him. Because I know it for a fact that QB does not want to be remain sealed, so he will take the first opportunity to release himself. So we will know everything about it, as all of them simply nodded at that. It is only a matter of time. They will prove that Naruto is being influenced by the QB or not. While, on the other hand, you can say years started to pass, while Sasuke and Menma and Ruko started to get more and more frustrated. Naruto became the most popular person within months of attending academy. Some of them tried to pick on him, but they quickly learned their lesson. While, on the other hand, Naruto always had a book in his hand, and he was always reading about chakra, this, not jutsus, mainly chakra, and the energy sources and the theories about it. He had learned so much. He was the first, the rookie of the year, in line to be the rookie of the year, and now it was the final day of the academy. It was one humiliating loss after another, as Naruto defeated all of them, and the bad thing was he never used a single jutsu to defeat them, like it was natural to him, and the bastard sometimes read a book at the same time while sparring to them, and while defeating them effortlessly, they lost face in the academy pretty quickly. The fan club of Menma and Ruko and Sasuke got pretty low after some time, as while on the other hand today is the final day of the academy, as Naruto was now standing in front of Iruka as he made the substitution jutsu without hand signs, the illusion jutsu without hand sign, and the clone jutsu, all of it without hand signs, as Iruka was impressed in the time he has gotten, you can say, pretty soft to Naruto after realizing that even if Naruto is being influenced by the demon, it is not his fault, that he was, you can say, got in the hands. But after knowing him, he quickly realized that the Lord Hokage was simply jumping to the conclusion, and there was no way in hell that Naruto was being influenced by the demon to begin with. And after several more tests, they quickly realized that Naruto chakra was simply different, and that was the reason for his changes of difference from his sibling, and there was no trace of demonic chakra in his system nor in his subconscious, which means that he's not being influenced by the demon. And those were the reports from the Ambu, as Minato and Kushina quickly realized that they had made a mistake, but there was nothing they could do about it, and a part of him was still believed that Naruto is a danger to Menma and Naruto. While on the other hand, all the clan heads were present in the council room, and small, you can say, Crystal Ball was present. They were watching all the, you can say, a finale that was going to happen, as all the students have passed, but they wanted to see how much they have progressed and what the next generation has to offer. So they decided to have a bit of, you can say, small fight between themselves, a sparring match where they can go all out. So they have already become genuine, so it was time that they see what was going to happen next, as all of them were present and some Jonin and Chunins were present. As Eroka spoke up, alright, since you guys already know these are your perspective Jonin, they will see what you guys have to offer, and they will put their recommendations after seeing you guys in full fight. So here are some things that are going to happen. So let us begin. As the matches started to go on, many of the civilians showed their deaths, and after that the clan heir started to show their talent, and now it was time for the fight between Sasuke, Uchiha, and Naruto. As finally, you can say Naruto was standing in front of Sasuke, as Sasuke had a, you can say, one Tomo Sharingan in his eyes. After years of humiliation by the hands of Naruto, the bastard always read a book while fighting him, and with a single hand always defeated him like it was no trouble whatsoever. Nothing ever worked on him. And after a lot of humiliation, the one Tomo Sharingan was finally awoken with the training from Itachi, and now he had it, and this was the day he will use it to defeat this bastard. As he glared towards Naruto, huh, well, loser. It's about time that I show you the might of an Uchiha. As Naruto looked towards him with the same small smile on his face. You're telling me this thing from the very first day, but at least now you have the Sharingan to back it. Now you're no longer Sharingan less Uchiha. Now you're only one Tomo Sharingan Uchiha. As Sasuke glared towards him. But tell me, I heard that your brother had three Tomo Sharingan at your age. Well, I must say that your family is a strange one. One is a prodigy, other, well, better left unsaid. As Sasuke's blood was boiling at this point, Naruto said it all, with a straight face and with a smile on his face as Iruka simply sighed. This was the habit of Naruto. He did not give a damn, and his expression never changed from a small smile as Naruto looked towards, you can say Sasuke, as Sasuke was boiling in anger as Iruka sighed, while on the other hand, in the council room, several sneakers were heard as Fugaku was glaring daggers towards Naruto. As you can say, Iruka spoke up, alright then, let's begin the first match, Naruto versus Sasuke Uchiha. And after saying that, he jumped away as Sasuke lunged towards Naruto, his Sharingan ready to predict it all. As Naruto put his hand in his kunai pouch and bring out a book. And after that, he flipped the page and started to read it. With a small smile on his face as Sasuke smirked at that. That may have worked previously, but now he has the but before he could complete his, you can say, thought, if you can say, a finger met his forehead and it flicked on it, and next thing Sasuke knew, he was launched like a rocket as he slammed into a tree at such a force that the tree was shattered into several pieces and he slammed into a wall, unconscious as Naruto flicked the next page of the book. Oh well, I may have gotten a bit too hard on him. As he looked towards Iruka with the same small smile on his face, as Iruka looked towards Naruto with a, you can say, sweat drop. Um, alright. The winner, Naruto. After saying that, he went towards Sasuke and some, you can say, Ambu arrived to bring him to the hospital. While on the other hand, several clan heads burst into laughter as Fugaku's eyes was twitching hard. He has given Sasuke special training for 1 month, not for this damn thing to be humiliated in front of the whole council. He's definitely gonna have a talk with Sasuke. While on the other hand, you can say Minato narrowed his eyes. In these years, he has started to believe that Naruto is no longer influenced by the QB, or he never was. He does not care about it. Now, but to be honest, he does not have any love for Naruto. After all, 13 years has passed, and in this time, his only children were Menma and Ruko. A part of him still cared for him as his son, but he does not have that bond with him to begin with. But he was the Hokage, and Naruto was a shinobi to his village and a great asset, so he will use him just like a Hokage should. So he simply nodded at that thought, while on the other hand, Jiraiya simply sighed. But at least she has taught Menma and Ruko well. They will be able to show their merit by defeating him. After all, he does have a plan. As a smirk at that, while on the other hand, Kakashi was moving around the box of the from where the competitors are brought out, and the small genjutsu was placed on it. And after matches started to begin, as Ruka smiled as he said, "Alright then, the final match is going to be," as he saw all the names that were present there as he raised an eyebrow at that as he said, well, that is strange. Only three names are left behind, and we cannot have matches in such a matter. As he looked towards the names, as he sighed, as he said, alright, the final match is going to be a three-way match, which is going to be Naruto versus Menma versus Naruko, Uzumaki Namikaze. As all the clan heads looked towards the match with interest in their eyes as Minato also smiled at that. After all, these are three of his children who are gonna fight among themselves. Well, he was pretty sure that Menma and Naruto are gonna win. After all, in these years, they have been given training from Minato, Kushina, Jiraiya, Tsunade, third Hokage, even Kakashi helped them a little bit. So, both Menma and Naruto are easily high tuning level through, you can say, their hard work, and they're gonna win it all. As he smiled at that, as Menma and Naruto entered into the ring as they looked towards each other with, you can say, a nod towards each other as they looked towards Naruto with narrowed eyes as Naruto once again opened his book and started to read it With, on the other hand, he had a small pencil in his hand as he was making notes as Iruka entered. Alright then, it is going to be the final match. So are you guys ready? As all of them simply nodded at that. Alright then, the final match begins. After saying that, he jumped away as Menma narrowed his eye. You should put that book away. You know that, right? As Naruto simply gave Menma a small smile. Did you say something? As Menma gritted his teeth as Naruto spoke up. Huh, if you really want to do that, don't cry after I beat you. As Naruto smiled towards them once again. Alright then. As he started to look towards his book once again, as both Menma and Naruto look towards each other as the vanishes in a you can say sunshine as they appeared in front of Naruto and once again vanishes as they started to make circles around Naruto through sunshine and their respective speed, especially Menma who was almost like a yellow blur moving around the area as Naruto was still smiling and making notes on his small notebook and suddenly Menma appeared in front of Naruto with a punch to his face. To his surprise, Naruto tilted his head, dodging it, as Menma once again vanishes in a blur as Naruko appeared with a sword in her hand ready to cut his head off. But to her surprise, Naruto ducked under it in a sitting position as she once again vanishes and while on the other hand all of them started to attack Naruto as while on the other hand Naruto was with the same smile on his face was simply taking notes as he was weaving through like their attacks like it was nothing, not even looking towards them while on the other hand all the clan heads had their jaw on the ground. They were impressed with the strategy of Menma and Naruto moving at such high speed, especially Menma, who was mostly a yellow blur, and Naruto, who was also using, you can say, sunshine pretty greatly. And they were making circles around him, but the way he was dodging them, like he already knew where the attack coming from and how to dodge it. And with the same smile on his face, not even looking towards it. They were moving at least at low Jonin speed as Jiraiya, you can say, clenched his face. He has trained Menma and Naruto so hard, giving them all of his attention. But why? Why is that? What makes Naruto so special? As he thought in his mind, as Naruto was still dodging all of them as Naruto and Menma appeared in the opposite side with their respective attacks, both of them with the Rasengan in their hands. But to their surprise, only thing that met them was two kicks to their respective face as they were launched, but they were able to grab themselves just when they were about to be eliminated as Naruto once again landed in his position, still reading the same book. As he looked towards both of them, as good as you guys are, you are pretty slow. You know that, right? After all, I was able to mark both of you as he pointed toward their respective shirts and all the students' eyes wide and especially the Jonins and the clan heads as all of them stood up as Menma had a Namakase symbol on his shirt, while on the other hand Ruko had the Uzumaki swirl on her shirt just made. As Naruto pointed towards his pencil, as both of them were utterly shocked. How is this even possible? As both of them were using high level sunshine, but he was not even looking towards them. The bastard was simply taking notes on his damn notebook, not even paying them any attention, and he was able to dodge all of them. As Naruto simply gave them a small smile as he closes his book and put it on his, you can say, pouch, as he said, well, it was a good warm up, but I think that it's time we end it. And just like that, he gave both of them a smile as he vanishes, and next thing they knew, Menma and Ruko were on the ground unconscious, as Naruto was sitting on top of both of them as as Iruka could not understand what happened, and while on the other hand, you can say Itachi Uchiha, who was standing on top of the tree, could not believe his eyes. He had activated his Mangekyo Sharingan for a moment to see what happened, and he was only able to see blur. The thing he saw Naruto appeared in front of Menma. A fist was slammed into his gut, but before he could say anything, he was grabbed by his face and put it into the ground. And next thing he did was appeared in front of Naruko and punch her on her face, shattering her nose, and once again grab her by her hair and slam it in the position of Menma and simply you can say sit in on top of both of them and then look towards him with a smile on his face as Itachi could not believe what he just saw. It was like he was the only one who was able to see it, while on the other hand, the clan heads also saw blurs. But they were unable to see what truly happened. The only thing they saw that Naruto appeared in front of, you can say, Menma, and next thing they knew Menma was on the ground and Naruto was on top of it, and he was sitting on top of both of them. As after some time, Iruka got his position as he spoke up the winner, Naruto. As after saying that, there were several murmurs, while on the then Jonis were impressed beyond belief as they wanted that kid on their team. After all, being able to defeat both Menma and Naruto said to be the geniuses of this generation, the Hokage children, Menma the next Hokage, while Naruto the clan head of the Uzumaki clan, they were impressed beyond belief. So they wanted him on their respective teams while Naruto simply gave them a small bow with the same small smile on his face as he started to walk away. And finally, you can say all the council members looked towards each other and then looked towards, you can say, the Hokage, the teams will be selected, while on the other hand, the clan heads, they had their own plans. Naruto is just an orphan, therefore they can adopt him in their respective clans, giving him his name, their name. After all, he was a prodigy beyond that of a level of a prodigy, and they wanted him in their respective clans so that he can make their clans even more popular as they look towards each other, already knowing that the competitor had the same thoughts in their mind as well. But hey guys, here I will have this part. In the next part, we will make, you can say, a lot of the story will continue, but you guys have to tell me where you want the narrative to be. What will be Naruto's team, his team members, and some ideas, and the name, the last name, because I have left it for a reason. I do not want Naruto to be adoptive in any clan, but he can make his own clan if he so desire. So, you guys want to tell me in the comment section if you guys have some new ideas. Tell me, I will think about it and even put it in the story if I like it. So please guys do so. For the next part, the like goal is going to be, let's say about it, 200 likes and 80 comments. Do that and I shall upload the next part as soon as possible. So please like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and watch my other Dragon Ball and other Naruto channel as well. The link is in the description below. So yeah, peace.